Today, we're reviewing BingX, a cryptocurrency exchange and market platform that's built a name around derivatives trading, copy trading, and a beginner-friendly interface. If you're investing, actively trading, or just exploring crypto in 2025, you've probably seen BingX pop up alongside exchanges like Bybit, OKX, and BitGet. What keeps it relevant now is a combination of accessible design, strong charting tools, and social features that make the learning curve less intimidating without completely dumbing things down for experienced traders. Let's set the stage. BingX positions itself as an all-in-one venue. Spot and futures trading, copy trading to mirror experienced strategies, and a web and mobile experience that tries to be clean enough for newcomers, but robust enough for day-to-day traders. On the website, navigation is straightforward. Markets are clearly segmented, the search is quick, and the layout keeps the essentials, price, depth, order forms, and charts, front and center. That simplicity matters in crypto, where information overload is common. BingX's interface reduces clicks and keeps latency under control, especially on core markets like BTC, ETH, and major alt pairs, so you're not wrestling the UI when you should be focused on execution. A major strength here is charting. BingX uses familiar TradingView-style charts with a wide library of indicators, multiple timeframes, and drawing tools. For a web-based platform, it's responsive and doesn't feel stripped down. Placing limit, market, or conditional orders from the chart is intuitive, and order book and depth visualizations load quickly. During fast markets, the mark price and index price are visible and reasonably in sync, which helps avoid confusion on liquid pairs. If you rely on technical analysis every day, BingX checks the boxes you'd expect. On data accuracy, the platform does a solid job on high liquidity pairs, price feeds, funding rates, and open interest update quickly, and spreads are typically competitive when markets are active. Where it can lag is on smaller tokens or freshly listed assets. The core numbers are there, but extra details like circulating supply breakdowns, in-depth tokenomics, or nuanced project summaries might update more slowly than you'd like. It's not a deal breaker if you supplement with research tools, but it's noticeable if you focus on microcaps. Market insights and education are better than average for an exchange. BingX highlights basic research notes, a news feed, periodic market overviews, and an academy-style learning section. There's enough content to get beginners oriented and to give intermediate traders a quick take on trends and risk factors. Just keep expectations realistic. This isn't a replacement for dedicated analytics platforms or independent research. Think of it as a useful baseline, not a one-stop research shop. Copy trading is one of the platform's calling cards, and it's implemented thoughtfully. Strategy pages show performance histories, drawdowns, and follower counts, making it easier to compare risk profiles. Still, the usual copy trading caveats apply. Past performance is not predictive. Glossy equity curves can hide tail risks, and popular strategies can change behavior when too many followers pile in. BingX gives you tools to control position size and risk, which is good to see, but you still need discipline and an exit plan. Reliability has been strong in regular market conditions. Order routing is stable, and the site handles moderate traffic spikes without stalling. During extreme volatility windows, like macro news releases or major crypto events, you may see the occasional hiccup on less liquid pairs, but the core markets remain usable. Security practices are presented clearly. Two-factor authentication, withdrawal protections, and standard custody procedures are all emphasized. As always, keep only what you need on any exchange and use hardware wallets for long-term holdings. Regional compliance and KYC requirements vary, so check your local rules before committing. Fees are competitive. Maker-taker tiers make sense, and futures funding mechanics are explained clearly. Promotions and fee discounts often pop up, which is nice for cost-sensitive traders, though the constant banners can get visually noisy. Deposit and withdrawal fees depend on the network you choose. That's normal, but the website could highlight real-time network conditions more prominently to help users avoid paying more than necessary during congestion. Now, the cons. The biggest annoyance is promotional clutter. While BingX's layout is clean at its core, Pop-ups for campaigns, bonuses, and giveaways can feel pushy. You can dismiss them, but they do interrupt flow. Next, information gaps on smaller tokens can slow you down. If you're digging into a new listing, you might find a thin project page, limited historical data, or delayed updates on stats beyond price and volume. Third, customer support response times are generally fine, but not the fastest in the industry, especially during big market swings or new listing surges. And although the translation quality has improved, occasional language quirks can show up in tooltips or announcements. So, who is BingX best for in 2025? If you're an active trader who wants a clean interface, robust charting, and solid derivatives support without drowning in complexity, it's a compelling option. If you're newer and curious about copy trading, BingX gives you structure and risk controls to learn faster, provided you keep position sizes small and stay critical. If you're a long-term investor who trades infrequently, it will do the job, but you may not use many of its standout features. And if you're a researcher, BingX can serve as your execution venue, while you lean on specialized tools for deep analysis. Here's the bottom line. BingX remains relevant in 2025 because it threads a needle many exchanges miss. It's approachable without being shallow, and it stays responsive without overcomplicating the experience. Its strengths are clear, fast, intuitive navigation, dependable data on core markets, excellent built-in charting, and a mobile app you can trust. The copy trading ecosystem is a plus, as long as you treat it as a learning accelerator and not a shortcut to guaranteed returns. On the downside, promotional clutter, occasional delays in small-cap information, and middling support during peak periods are areas for improvement. Also, while the Education Hub is helpful, it won't replace dedicated research platforms. Is it still worth using in 2025? Yes, especially for traders who value a streamlined interface and futures capability, and for beginners who want structured ways to observe and mirror strategies responsibly. In a modern workflow, BingX fits well as a primary or secondary trading venue. Execute on BingX, do deep research elsewhere, and keep portfolio tracking and custody tools in your broader stack. If you crave the absolute top liquidity in every obscure pair, or if you need enterprise-grade analytics inside the exchange itself, you may prefer combining BingX with a heavyweight competitor and an external research toolkit. But for most retail traders and many semi-professionals, it strikes a practical balance between power and usability. That's my honest take after using the platform across web and mobile, in calm markets and during busy windows. If you decide to try it, approach copy trading with caution, enable your security settings, and keep your broader toolkit close. And BingX earns a spot in that adaptable setup.